Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ma, I live in UK and this is a channel about houseplants in Leca. For now, I have something for prepared that needs a bit of time. Let's just this more like that. That needs just a little more time to sort out. So 2 weeks ago I posted on Club Leca on Facebook a question with what do you want to see on my channel. So I had a few, not so many, requests, but but in one sentence there are more things to talk about. So probably I will make 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts about this. So let's see with what I will start. I have here my phone and I'm going to, let's see the more easiest one. Do you have to have drainage, nursery, net pots inside reservoir pot, or can you just rinse and dump? Right, I don't understand the part with the rinse and dump. So, and I have here about flushing as well. So I think they are kind of connected between each other. So I will tell you, I'm never flushing. I never flush, and if you see here, I don't have any white bits on any of my Leca anywhere. Never had them. I never flushed. And why I don't have them? I don't have them because I soak my Leca for 2 weeks. So 2 weeks the Leca will sit in water. I will change the water 2 or 3 times, depends if I remember. And after that I will leave the Leca to dry. I don't have any salt deposits because I don't use too much fertilizer. I use just the right amount of fertilizer, and if you've been long enough on my channel, you will know what fertilizer I use and how I use it. So probably I will link some links about the fertilizer. So I don't flush ever. I never flushed in 9 years. I don't have to flush. I don't waste any water with nutrients, and I don't have any issues with that. I would like to see the oldest plants that you have in Leca, and if you had a lot of transition failures. Is it possible, in your opinion, to grow balcony plants in Leca? I'm addicted now, and I think I want to try everything. Right. My oldest plants in Leca. I have quite a few, but I don't have them here, obviously, because I'm so well prepared. Sorry guys, but I will post some pictures on Instagram. I'm always posting on Instagram, almost always. But I have, most of my plants are 3 to 9 years old, so I don't have anything that it's brand new. Well, I do, these babies that I just cut off, which are some lupinums that I put for sale, some pink princesses, some atabapoense, siltepicana. That's why they are here on this table. If you can use Leca on the balcony, yeah, of course. If your environment it's hot and it's wet and it's not freezing outside, of course you can use Leca outside, but you have to remember that the water reservoir should be between 17 and 22 degrees Celsius. So if it's colder outside, it will not work. If it's too hot outside, it will not work either. But, well, it will work, but it will require more attention because the Leca will dry really quickly, which I have the same issue for the last 9 years with especially with the top layer drying, which is driving me crazy. And especially this type of plastic cups are drying in 2 days, and I need to figure it out how to solve that without introducing any more organic material in, because we have already the roots that are organic, but I don't want to introduce more organic materials. So I have something, but you have to bear with me. So yeah, you can definitely grow it outside. If it's a bigger pot, you'll have more chances of succeeding, because a bigger pot will dry slower than a smaller pot. So yeah, you definitely can grow it outside. Talk about wet dry period for different species and level of water reservoir as well. If you've been on my channel sorry, long enough, you will know that I usually don't have a water reservoir. So my plants, let's take this one, which is cutting, by the way, and it's rooting. You'll see that doesn't have any water in, and I'm making leca everywhere. The top layer, it's dry till here, but the rest it's still damp, so this will not get any water till I will not see that the leca it's half dry till here. When this leca it's dry, because the roots are down at the bottom, so it doesn't need water on this part as much. Usually I just water them, that I will show you even if I show this, but this is a big, I think it's 1 pint or something like that, this one. And I will go with the thing like that, and I will do that, and that's it. It will not even reach the bottom. Hope you can see this. It will not even reach the bottom, but that will be enough for, I don't know, let's say 5 days. And all my plants are like that. Most of them, they don't have any water. Let's try another one. This is my bottle marks. It's baby, it's cutting. It had no roots when I put it in, and as you can see, it doesn't have any reservoir. The leca, it's wet till here, which is good. He will stay like that for another week probably, depending on the temperature as well. If at the moment I have 20 degrees Celsius and 50% humidity, I don't use any humidifier. So for my plants so far, this was plenty. I will not leave the leca to dry all the way through, because, and I'll tell you why. Leca absorbs moisture, right? So in the moment that you have this dry, where you have the roots, the leca will absorb the moisture from the roots and they will dry out, which we don't want. Obviously, this will not happen overnight. So if you leave the leca totally dry 2 or 3 days, nothing will happen. But if you leave it more, it will absorb all the water, especially when there are new roots forming. If you can see here, those are new roots. So especially when there are new roots forming, it's better to keep it damp. Not wet, but damp. So what else? I did want to say something else, but I do have blonde moments a lot lately. Anyway, talk about where we read this. Maybe next question, or I don't know, maybe best places to get leca and profile of some of the biggest brands. Well, I have a problem with leca. Well, I had this problem for the last 9 years, and I was too lazy to solve it. Hopefully, I will solve it in the next 2 weeks. Hopefully. I don't promise anything. I don't know if it will work. So I have this problem that, for me, perfectly round leca, if I don't mix it with the one that it's not so round, I don't have a pot here, because usually I was mixing this round leca with those that don't have a round shape. They are irregular. Oh, look, I have it here with this, but I don't have this anymore, and I bought this 9 years ago or 8 years ago, and I don't know from where I bought it, and I can't find it anymore. So the problem that I have at the moment, it's, to me, it's too compact. I don't think there is enough air in the pots. And next week I will tell you why I don't think that. And, well, actually I'm really sure that the roots do not get enough oxygen. But the brand that I use for the round leca, it's CANNA, C-A-N-A, no, C-A-N-N-A. But I don't know about the irregular shape. Technically, all the leca should be the same. So all the leca should be the same. They have the same process of manufacturing, so they should be the same. But I don't advise you to use colored leca, because colored leca, it's coated in a in a paint that rejects water. So obviously they will not wick. Being so porous, so it's a porous stone that will absorb the paint when they are painting. No matter what they are saying, that will absorb the paint, and they will not wick properly. So for me, these are not wicking properly. I'm not satisfied with only this. But if I put them together, they will hold the plant better and they will wick better as well. But yeah, I don't want to buy again leca, so I want to try something else. So I will try something else next week. So this is my opinion on brands of leca. Anything should work except the colored ones. Someone is asking me about climbing plants and how do you do pole stakes in leca. Right, I have a few examples and I will show you. Hope I will not make you dizzy, because I've told you I don't like organic material to introduce in leca. So the roots of the plant, it's organic enough for me. So I don't want to put more moss poles or things like that. So what I'm using at the moment, and I really love them, excuse the mess, well, that's my kitchen, didn't clean it, sorry. So I'm using these bamboo hoops, or how do you call them? And I have here my, how to call this one? Dioscorea elephantipes. This is the name of the plant. So I have two here, and I would say that they are doing really well, and they should, obviously, as far as I know, because I don't research any plants, they should go dormant and lose all the leaves, but as you can see, they don't. So they are growing and growing and growing. So I use those hoops. I have a Hoya here as well that my mom brought me, which is this is a painted lady, that it's on a hoop as well. It's a bigger pot, and I'm not happy with the dry top layer because she has a lot of roots. If you can see there, she has a lot of roots on this dry leca, which will dry the roots eventually. So I don't like it. I hope I can solve that. And another climbing thing, let's say, it's this plank that I put some rope on, which is a synthetic rope. I didn't use the, well, I don't know if, yeah, it's organic because it's made from, I don't know, from what is made the rope, I don't know. Which I have my dubia on. So if I can rotate it, because I cut my dubia a lot because I've sold it, but she was growing like that and she was all on all the plants. But now my Mr. Dubia is doing this. Look. Oh, come on, this is really heavy. The pot is really heavy. But she's doing all this. So she definitely likes it, because these new growths are a lot bigger than the oldest ones. I never wet this, so it's never wet. It's not even moist. Oh my god, I hate this word. It's dry. Let's put it that way. It's always dry. I water only the pot maybe once a month. sorry, maybe once a month if I remember, because she's in a corner here and I keep forgetting about her. But it's a pretty big pot, it's a pretty deep pot, so the water will be there for quite a while, and the roots of the dubia, they are pretty low at the bottom, so she's all right so far. So yeah, I think that's that's long enough. I will answer to the rest of your question because they are more a bit more complicated, but I hope this will help. Remember that I'm giving you only my experience in my environment. It's really important to know that if your environment is different, you will have a different experience. So if it's working for me, that doesn't mean it will work for you. So remember, I always have in this room, I have like 22 degrees during the day, and 19 during the night. Obviously the plants that are on the window there will have a temperature of 17. So I've tried to put the ones that I know that they will do all right in those temperatures, because their windows are old and they're a bit drafty. So yeah, you have to adjust the things that you are doing to your environment. And again, guys, watch your plant. It's so important to watch them, because if you don't watch them, you will not know what they want. And ease up with the fertilizer if you don't want deposits on your leca. I never had any white bits. I had white bits on my leca. I'm jumping from a subject to another. Am I not professional or what? Right, I only had white bits on the leca when I didn't soak my leca, because when it's processed, this leca, when it's made to be like that round or irregular shape, it still holds minerals and salts in it. By soaking it for 2 weeks, and I keep saying this, I think, whoa, I've said it so many times, by soaking it 2 weeks, you'll not have that issue. And by adjusting your fertilizer properly, you'll not have that issue either. So yeah, hope you like this. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. English is difficult, you know that. And see you guys in my next video. Bye.